Welcome back, Legendary Potato here. Today I want to go through 5 survival challenges that you can do in Minecraft. Now this can go on PC, console, including Minecraft Xbox 360, One, PS3, PS4, WiiU, Switch, and also Pocket Edition. So this works on any version. You can do it on whatever version you like, whichever one you play on the most. So I'm just going to go through 5 cool challenges I feel like you can do if you want to make survival more interesting for yourself. So without further ado, let's get right into the first one. So this first one is the no jumping challenge. Now basically it's as simple as it sounds. All you can do is not jump, so you have to use things like slabs to maneuver your way around the world. So you're just not able to, jump up, do anything like that. So if you want to get around the world, you have to place down slabs and stairs everywhere you want to go. So like here I have to come down here, go ahead. Or like if I want to get to this cow and like come back up, then I'll put down some slabs so I can get back up, of course, which just it makes it a little bit more difficult, but also makes it more challenging as well. So if you're like trying to escape from something, or if you're trying to do something, it makes it that little bit more challenging, which I think is kind of cool in that aspect, that you kind of make it slightly more difficult in that sort of way as well. So, you got to use more resources, kind of strategize how you want to maneuver the world, which I think is really cool as well. So, like, I put down slabs. Every time I go down, I put them down so that I know where I can go back up. So there's, no confusion, anything like that. So, like, if I want to come over here, go get some coal or something, or get some more trees, I can go ahead and do that. So I'm going to come up here. I'm just going to get another tree. So we'll just, place down some slabs. And so I can get to the trees there like that. Like, I think it's a really cool concept like that. That's why it's the first challenge on this list. Now, they gradually get better along the list as well, so I'm going to be getting into the second one here as well. So the second challenge on this list is the Peaceful Challenge. Now, it's as simple as it sounds as well, although you do not play on Peaceful. Now, you are not allowed to hit any animals, any mobs whatsoever. So here's like a pig, not allowed to hit it for food. There's some creepers down in this cave. I'm not allowed to kill them to get away from them. I have to actually get away from them by however I can. But you're not allowed to kill any sort of, creature. You're just supposed to do survival without killing anything. So you can't like kill a skeleton or kill a zombie, kill a creeper. Can't kill like animals for food. So you gotta like do all farming for food and stuff, which I think is kind of cool playing it that way. It's a little different. So like here I try to escape from the creeper, which is just kind of an interesting way of trying to avoid it, of course. But it really does add a different level to Minecraft, just trying to play it in this different sort of way where you're limiting yourself to doing other things instead of, trying to survive, do it all normally, because that can get boring, but doing something different, doing it this way, I think is really interesting in that way as well. So as you can see, the creeper can't get to us. So I guess we've successfully gotten away, of course. So, but we can kind of continue on without having to worry. We can continue on our day, continue surviving, build a house, do that sort of stuff like that. Now, I think it's a really cool challenge. That's why it's number 2 on this list. Let's carry on to number 3 in this list, which is going to be really interesting as well. Number 3 on this list is Adventure Mode. Now, this is when you're going to have to load up in Survival first and then load up into Adventure Mode so that you can play it to the full effect. You can also put on a bonus chest if you need to. It might help make this a little bit easier. Otherwise, it'll be extremely difficult. Although, if you want that extreme difficulty, that is up to you. But the entire idea is that you play in Adventure Mode, so that means you can't break blocks unless you have the correct tool to break them. So here I can't break stone, can't break dirt unless if I have the cobblestone, or sorry, I have the pickaxe to break the stone to make cobblestone. So I can't just break it with my fist. I can't break dirt without a shovel. So it just kind of makes it a little bit more difficult, adds that little extra layer of just, not being able to break things without the tool intended, which makes it slightly more realistic in a sense, since obviously you're not going to be able to like, make a giant pit in the ground with just your fist. Obviously you're gonna need like an actual shovel in real life, or you wouldn't be able to punch down a tree with just your fist, so you get like an axe and you actually do it that way, because you wouldn't be able to take down the tree without using it. You wouldn't be able to break stone with your fist. You'd have to use the cobblestone, or use the pickaxe rather. So I think it's really cool in that way. Makes it slightly more difficult. I mean, if you get some tools at the start, then it's pretty easy. Although if you do not get the bonus chest, then you're gonna have to try to locate a village or some sort of natural spawn where you can try to find something that gives you a pickaxe or gives you an axe, so you can actually get started. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty difficult in that sort of sense, which I think is really cool as well. So you can play that in 2 different ways as well, which I think is really neat, which I feel like this is a cool challenge in a way, so that's why it is number 3 on this list. Number 4 on this list is the No Stop Challenge. Now this one's pretty self-explanatory. You're just not allowed to stop running, so you have to try to navigate the entire world without stopping running. So you can use something like tape or some sort of way to keep your controller down so that you can can't stop moving, although for inventory you can probably just make an exception so you can actually use your inventory like normal, but when you're actually moving and stuff, you have to move in one solid direction. You're not able to sprint, so you have to also walk everywhere, kind of like the old-fashioned way. So you have to kind of navigate the world in that sort of way, and like punching things is going to be really interesting. Like here I have to use this log and like try to do that there, and accidentally go into third person, but you're going to use the log to your advantage to try to break the blocks, which I think is kind of interesting as well. So I have a little difficulty trying to get to this tree, but if you just kind of line it up and do something like this, then you can get the log there, which I think is really cool as well. So here I kind of just do that, and then as you can see, it works just fine there. But it's really difficult. It's a really cool challenge. It is definitely something, you know, if you're looking for something really weird and different, I wouldn't recommend this one if you're kind of just, you know, you want just a simple challenge. This one's kind of more going to get annoying really quickly. Although if you're looking for something really crazy and wacky and out there, then this is probably one of those ones for you. But it just completely changes how you're going to play. If you can't stop moving except when you're in the inventory, then you just kind of have to, you know, figure out how you're going to walk around, do that sort of thing, which I think is kind of cool in that sort of way as well. So that is number 4 on this list. Let's get into number 5. Number 5 is UHC. So to do this one, you're going to disable natural regeneration like I did here and load up your world. So when you load up your world, everything is going to be entirely normal, except when you take damage, your health will not regenerate. So if you eat your food, it's still not going to matter. You're still going to lose health. So you have to be very careful when you're walking around your world and stuff. You want to make sure you take the least amount of damage as possible, you know, even avoiding small things like fall damage or just, you know, getting involved with a mob fight, that sort of thing. You have to be really careful, make sure that you're not getting involved in that sort of way, so that you don't take damage. The only way to heal up is using some certain items like potions and golden apple, which I think is really interesting as well. So you just kind of, you know, play normal survival, but it's so much more important that you don't take damage and stuff like that. So you have to do lots of end game stuff in order to get your health back up. And I think it's a cool challenge, like try to kill the Ender Dragon, try to kill the Wither, or try to, you know, do whatever you kind of want to do. You can make your own challenges within the challenge, which I think is cool. So you can set your own goals and kind of try to complete them, which I think you can do with the other challenges as well. But this is, you know, something that's kind of a little bit more broad, and, you know, you can kind of do it in that sort of way. So you can play normal survival, you give yourself challenges, but you also can't regenerate. So I think it's really cool in that way. I've played this one myself quite a few times. It's a lot of fun to play, especially if you play against somebody as well. If you want to do like a UHC PvP battle, you can even do that, or just a UHC survival. But when you die, you can't respawn. When you die, that's it. That's over. So you can not die at all. You can only have one life. So if you lose that life, it's over. You lose, that sort of thing. So that's important as well, that you don't die and keep your health up. So, you know, this goes kind of hand in hand. So you just gotta play really smart. You know, don't go into dark places where there's mobs and stuff. But I think it's really cool in that way. So here you're going to see on the screen that you can get these 3 items and maybe some more as well. But if you just use something like healing potion or regeneration potion or a golden apple, whichever one of these, you know, you can manage to find, then you can get your health up. And that is pretty much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new to the channel so you don't miss content like this every single day. But have a good one, guys. And